Don't you know no good? Don't you know no good?
You know what's funny? You sing that song.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta talk about it now. Okay.
What?
We both love Martin. We know that. You know, people who
Mm-hmm.
know us know we love Martin. Probably one of the best show ever growing up. Now, who was your favorite character that he did?
Mm. I ain't gonna lie, probably Shanae.
That was my least favorite.
Shanae, Dragonfly Jones was funny.
That was my favorite. Dragonfly
Dragonfly
Jones. That was
Jones.
my favorite.
Otis was funny. And
Mm-hmm.
Jerome.
Oh boy, Jerome, Jerome.
Jerome used to be funny.
I,
Junk in the trunk.
he used to call Pam Junk in the trunk, and he would call uh, Gina Light Bright.
Yeah.
Light Bright.
Yeah. Yeah. That was he
Oh,
was pretty.
Jerome wrong, boy.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was pretty
it
funny
took
back.
me a minute after like when I was like watching the show. I didn't realize everything he's saying he was like kind of rhyming. Like it didn't
Hmm.
dawn on me until like years later.
Yeah. Yeah. He like them old, the old cats used to do that though, bro. They always
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
rhyme. I used to have a teacher
man.
in high school. He used to say rhyme on time, and he would probably put you in the mind of like Otis.
Rhyme on
He used to
time, huh?
he used to say rhyme on time. Anybody that went to Lane knows exactly who I'm talking about.
A
And he would
black
say,
dude,
yes,
rhyme on time, huh?
rhyme on time. He used to wear like suits all the time, like Steve Harvey type suits or
Yeah.
jacket and the shirt, bro. With his little, he. If you saw him, he like one of them like black cat daddies. Yeah,
Listen, speaking of lane, I took driver's ed. That's how I was. We had to take driver's ed at Lane.
because we had
Yeah,
the range.
y'all had the best driver's ed teacher ever
We
in the
did.
world. There's a black dude, can't think of his name, but he was so cool. So
Mr.
cool.
Baxter,
I don't know, that might have been him, but he was
because
so
because
cool.
when we had that many black, it usually be the coaches. Some of the coaches
Okay.
was the I know it was Mr. Backstrom, and it might have been was he tall, like a tall guy with
Yeah, he
gray
was
hair?
tall. He was
Probably
tall,
was Mr.
gray hair.
Baxter.
He
'Cause
was
yeah,
so cool, man.
yeah, Mr. Back. That was our he was one of the he was one of the gym teachers, and then he used to be over like Black Student Union, and he was
That's
the
what it is.
sponsor.
Yep, that's him.
Yeah,
Yep,
he was for Black Student Union in the gospel choir.
that's him. Cause this is funny story. This is I do like y'all from Lane. Okay, I like y'all from Lane, but I really like that teacher because when I had my driver's range test,
Hmm.
to actually not the range test. The what's the test you have to take before you get your blue slip? Remember you have to go out on the road. I forgot what they call it. It wasn't
I
range.
forgot, but
It
it
was
wasn't
something
right. It
else.
was yeah, just
You
like
know
your
what I'm talking
practice.
about, though. Yeah, you
Yeah,
know what I'm talking
I
about.
can't think of what it's called. Yeah.
So I remember we at the time the lane y'all cars was like some type of Dodge
Hmm.
Dynasty or whatever. It was some old car. So I
Hmm.
remember I get there, we driving, right? He had me driving. He literally tell me we at a stoplight. He said, if you can tell me the books of the Bible, I'll go ahead and give you an A.
Oh wow, that sounds like
I'm
Mr. Back.
looking, I'm like, but I'm thinking this. I'm like, oh, this gonna be a breeze. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
this
This
gonna be a
finna be
breeze. It's gonna
great.
be a breeze. So
Uh-huh.
so I answer that question. So then we driving. Then all of a sudden he goes, next question for you. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, what buddy on? Like
Mhm.
he asked me, what was the name of the the tomb that they buried Jesus in?
Mhm.
So you know me, I'm like, what? Oh, this is easy. I
Uh-huh.
tell him that. He like, you know what? Let's just go back to school. Here go your blue slip. He signed it. He's like, give you an A. I was like, okay, cool. That's how I got my license.
That sound like that sound like Mr. Backstrom.
Cause he
Or
sure asked me, did I go to church? And when I said, yeah,
yes.
I go to church, I said I
Mhm.
went to Mount Sinai Baptist Church. He said, oh,
Mhm.
I got some questions for you. That's
Yeah.
how it kicked off. That's how it
That
kicked
used
off.
to be when me and T when we used to be we used to be in gospel choir, and then we used to have for ROTC. I had a sergeant major. I think it's Sergeant Major Giddens, and
Hmm.
he was a preacher, and so we had to sing at his church one day. The gospel choir had to sing at church one day, and so after that, every time he saw me and T, like when we have our roll call, because we used to do roll call just
Hmm.
like you would do in the army. So before the class start, we come in, and on every Monday when he do the roll call, and it gets to my turn, and he'll say Teague, and I'll say, here, sir. He'll be like, Miss Teague, what was the Sunday school lesson yesterday? I know you went to Sunday school, didn't you? I'm like, me over at Sunday school in front of the whole class. Like he ain't asked nobody else that, but he will
But
always
y'all,
every Monday, bro. He'd be like, what was the Sunday school lesson? I'm like, dang.
yeah, I,
I was
I,
like,
that
this is ROTC. You're supposed to be asking me that.
that that's my love for Lane. I got my love for Lane right there, Lane Tech, man. That was a cool dude, man. Real cool
Best
dude.
school, best school in the city. That's all I'm gonna say.
See you, there you go. You had to
You
go. You
feel
had to take
both
it
of
there,
the
man.
murderland to go.
Oh
And
God,
do I say, go Lane, go.
the
You
school
know what,
song over
bro?
there.
But did anybody? I mean, maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it was just Lane, but we had to play the song every day. Y'all didn't
Do
play
it
y'all
every
school
day.
song every day.
Not every day, but y'all had to do it every day.
The the school song, and so you had the Pledge of Allegiance,
Okay,
and Star Spangled Banner, and the school song every day. And that's how you would
okay.
know you would get ready to be late for school, because when you hear dun, 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 like you can't,
Oh,
it's like you
okay,
can't
okay,
walk. And
okay.
so they would play that song, and then for ROTC we had to sing it, like like we do cadences and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
We used to have, that was a part of a cadence, but yeah, they play Go Lane Low, I mean, every day. So
Every day.
everybody who went to Lane, even if they didn't want to, it probably know the school song. Like it's so funny. I'd be like, y'all know y'all school song? They're like, no. I'm like, we played our school song every day. Yeah.
We didn't play it every day, but we had to know it.
Mhm.
And then in the pep rallies or whatever, we had to sing it.
Mhm.
But we had so the basketball team when we would be coming back to the school after a road game and we'd be on the bus, we had to stop. As soon as we like pull up to the parking lot, we had to start singing obviously the fight song. So that's how I learned. I mean, that's how I learned it because we every game we had to sing it, win or lose. We had to sing
Yeah.
the fight song. So that's how I knew it. That's how I know our school song. But we didn't have to do it every day though. No, not every day.
Yeah. We had to it was every day. If you went to Lane, everybody knows Go
Everybody
Lane.
knows go
Everybody
lane.
knows Go Lane Go. Yeah.
That big old
Yeah.
school, boy. That's a huge school, boy. But man,
Yes. It was like a college campus.
lot of smart people. Hey, I want to know this though. Did any hoes go to lane?
Really, bro.
Just asking, because I mean,
How would I know if any hoes go to Lane?
you probably had lunch with them.
Well, listen, I don't know if they was hoes, but I heard that. I mean, a lot of girls used to talk to Gordon Tech guys,
Well,
and remember it used to be a McDonald's right there on Addison.
hey,
Yeah,
listen.
I used to hear there was action going down at the
I,
McDonald's on.
I
That's all
can
I'm hearing.
neither, I can neither confirm or deny. I just want to
Okay,
let the good brother Amon know that y'all chicks was feeling us. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm
that's
gonna leave it right there.
between y'all.
I'm just gonna leave it right there. So when the good brother of mine he hears this, I'm just saying. I'm just
I
saying
was a
they
good
love that
girl, so
orange. You was a good
oh
girl.
god, I was a good girl, so I wouldn't know about those activities.
Tease. Look. It's 2024. All
I mean,
right.
you knew me back there. I was a good girl. Don't play, bro. Don't mislead the folks like that.
Don't mislead. Don't
Don't
mislead the
mislead them
people.
like that.
Don't mislead the people.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah,
everybody. Tease was a good girl. I'm not gonna
yeah.
use no quotation marks. She was a good girl. You know what I mean? So but I know some hoes at Lane. Every school got some hoes. No matter where you
Oh my
go,
gosh.
they have some hoes. But that's neither
They
here or there. But you know,
educated, women that
listen.
They like to get their freak on.
Whitney Young had educated hoes. Lane Tech had educated hoes. Okay.
What was that school, bro? That used to be on Western. It was an all girl Catholic school. Was it Josephina?
Josephina.
Yeah. People used to talk about those girls at Joseph.
Hey, fam. Hey,
Yeah.
fam. Yeah, yeah. They about
They
that
girls
life.
with their little skirts on. Yeah.
And them Notre Dame for girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Notre Dame. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes,
I
sir.
used to hear some stories about them.
Party time.
Oh gosh. Them
Oh my
ladies
God.
probably they probably some educated women in
No, they
leadership now.
no, they probably nurses, CNAs.
You
You know,
stupid.
they that.
You stupid. Not nurses and CNAs, bro.
I'm just playing. I love y'all. I love everybody. Okay. I'm just happy to be back. We back.
Yeah. We
What
back. We
episode
back.
is this, Tease?
I think it was technically it's 117. Because we do got a 116 out there that I never did post. So I'm gonna do that one day, just like a little bonus one for y'all. Put it back out there. But yeah, it's
Cool.
117.
Episode 117, some of that podcast. I'm the one and only Coach Moses. We got Tease over there. We back with another week.
How y'all doing?
A lot's been happening. Lots been going on the past few weeks. We've been off. Tease, what you been up to? How was your week? How was the last few weeks? What you been up to?
Man, my week has been going good so far. So far, so good. Election week. So we're gonna talk
Yes.
about that. But you know, I think the biggest thing I did within the last 2 weeks was a couple things. I don't know if they have we potted since my nephew was born.
No, we have not.
So my
Congratulations.
nephew, my nephew was here early, so I'm so happy. So congratulations to my sister and to James on baby
Shout out to
Jordan.
James. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So he's here. So that's the most important thing that's happened. He's here. He's healthy, and yeah, he's been the sunshine of our life. So that's
Same too.
that's what that's been good. And then the
Mhm.
second thing is I went to see Usher,
Usher
Usher,
Raymond.
Usher. Yeah. So that was you know how the people be online. Usher don't owe me nothing.
I love that. I love when
A
people
ti
say that.
a time was had.
That's how I was at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I love when
yeah,
people say that. That's how I was
it was a
had.
good few weeks, bro.
Listen. I was there too. The same night you was there.
Mhm.
Um,
And we
you
ain't even get no
know,
picture, bro.
we didn't get no picture. We didn't get no picture.
Terrible podcasters. Terrible.
Did you? Was that your first time seeing Usher do this show?
It was the first time seeing him do this show.
Okay.
But I saw him 10 years ago, around the
Okay.
same time, because he's in Yonder Center. I was thinking too. I was thinking, I wonder if him and Stevie Wonder, if they are under the same management. Because last time I saw Usher, and then the next weekend, Stevie Wonder was the next big act. And the same thing was this year. The last time they were here, um, it was the same thing. It was Usher
It
then
might
Stevie
be.
Wonder.
You might be right.
I'm
They
like,
might be under.
I wonder if they like under the same management that put them on tour
Hmm.
together. Because they're like, that's too much of a coincidence that this is literally 10 years ago that
Yeah,
the same thing. Yeah, I saw Usher one weekend, and next weekend it was Stevie Wonder. So I
you
didn't get
might
a
be
chance to
right.
see this time, but um, yeah, I was just thinking about that because I'm like, that's so why. I'm like, the last time they came exactly 10 years ago, it was the same format. I wonder, I'm like, they must have been the same management. I wonder, but yeah.
Now I want to know. What did you think? It's different for me because I've seen them. I've seen them do this show when we saw it, like my third time. Let me
Mhm.
ask you, for somebody seeing that show, what did you think in terms of their performance?
I thought he was really good. I mean, Usher has always been a good performer.
Yes.
I think he's even better now that he's older than when I saw him 10 years ago. As far
Okay.
as the how the show put together,
Hmm.
you can tell like with the camera angles, how the skating, like all that was like how it's how it flowed. Like, um, and he's a legacy act. Like you can tell, like he's a legacy act, and that he don't have to have no opener. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
he just Yeah, it was really good. I thought it was a really, really good performance. It's somebody that's, in their mid 40s, to do this at this level. Much props to him because, you know, um he didn't like take no shortcuts. Like he's skating, he's dancing, he's
Yeah,
singing.
he's
It
singing.
was you
Yeah.
know, costume changes and you know,
Oh yeah,
I
definitely
like I
costume
like
changes.
too, bro. I always like that when these big artists come, all of them always either have Chicago background singers or some Chicago musicians on their sets. Always.
They always
Beyonce,
do.
Jay-Z, Usher, Mary J. Blige, all of them big artists always have some people from Chicago on their set. You can always almost always book it. And it was
I
like
didn't know
funny
that. I didn't know that.
when he was playing on Monday, I knew because Lil Tony is from Chicago. Shout out to Lil Tony. He's one of the best players ever. But when I was listening to the band, I said, man, I was thinking, man, this bass player is cold. So then when he did his little set where he kind of slowed it down and he was introducing his band, kind of, I was like, I knew it was Lil Tony.
Okay.
I could hear the Chicago like our bass players is just like we just got
Little
some of the
Tony,
best.
huh?
Yeah, we just got some of the best musicians. Period. So shout out to our Chicago musicians. They always next time you just pay attention. Like you go to a concert, I guarantee you, she got a couple singers from Chicago that sing background for her. And a couple musicians. So
Okay, I
yeah,
didn't know that. Okay, I
yeah,
thought these just be their own
Chicago.
people. I didn't know that. Okay.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. A lot of them use Chicago artists. Like one of Kanye West, couple of his main artists, one of his main guys who like kind of arranges his music is from Chicago. So
Okay.
yeah, Chicago.
Oh, that's
But
dope. That's dope.
Kanye's from Chicago, so he know that.
Yeah,
But
you know. But
yeah,
yeah,
but
I mean,
it was a good
the
show.
Usher show
It was
was
a good show.
great. It was great.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. For people who don't know, he did a show Monday, he did a show Tuesday, and then he came back and did a show on Thursday on Halloween Day.
yeah,
Um, so he had 3 nights here in Chicago. Great show. You know, I, for somebody like me who thinks Usher, okay, I may be biased because we grew up on Usher. Like for
hmm
us, Usher is our Luther Vandross because we
he's
grew up
like
on
our Michael
Usher.
Jackson kind of.
Well, you could even say that, but in terms of like we just the same age. It's like when
Hmm.
Usher was singing, when Usher was singing, "Can You Get With It?" We was the same age,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
same age. Our little young ass is talking about "Can You Get With It?" And
right.
we
We
don't
shouldn't have
even know
been
what we
singing
talking about. We shouldn't have been singing it,
it.
but that's
Yeah.
how long we've been with Usher, and
Hmm.
the fact that he did a lot of his hits, all of them. He did some other songs, you know, seeing the white people there, that was just like a eye opener. It was like a cool little thing because I'm like, even the white people knew all the songs, so it was like, man, Usher has a huge fan base, but you would
Yeah.
never think that because we just think of Usher as R&B killer,
Hmm.
Confessions and
Hmm.
8701, but he
Hmm.
got a whole bunch of songs and
But
he did a
he had that
great
that
job.
that, that period where he had, he was kind of doing that what do they call it? That dance music?
Yeah, that little pop club mix stuff that he was doing,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
My with Will
Yeah.
I Am. He
Yeah.
got he got that joint, and then he got another joint he do with somebody else. That's a nice little club
DJ's
song.
got me falling in love
Yeah,
again.
that one, that
Yeah.
one.
That
He
era
got that
that
one.
era of R&B, I think that's when he got a lot of crossover. So that's when he probably got a lot of, other people listening. Like I know everybody used to, back in the day that was popular to like you remind me, you got it bad, stuff like that. I think that
Yeah,
was like crossover songs, but I think he really crossed over during that period because I remember it was like a lull in R&B because all the R&B singers was kind of moving towards that little that dance kind of music, and so
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think he gained a lot of crossover artists during that period. But
He did. He made and Usher, man. Usher always stayed working, man. He always stayed working out here. He been in
yeah,
the game for a long, long time. So
you couldn't go nowhere without hearing that song. That it's like it's not one of my favorite Usher songs, but it's crazy that we know it because it was
Yeah,
everywhere. You heard
everywhere.
that "Deeper Got Me Falling in Love Again" everywhere. You couldn't help but hear it. Like
No,
so, yeah.
he everywhere. I remember when I first heard the Oh My God song. I was
Hmm.
up north in that little DePaul area, kicking it with my white homie. We had a bar. We bar hopping. The song comes on, and I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, is that Usher? I'm like, what the hell? And the whole bar went crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Holy shit, Usher done crossed over, boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
Usher,
was
man,
that was
it's a great show. It's a great
it
show.
was it was. So
Now, can you imagine? Okay, we all saw him the night, but can you imagine? This is what I tell people about that night. Just imagine him doing that show, Tease. But imagine him doing that show, the whole entire show on skates.
that's of course that's wild.
That's why I tell people. That's
That's wild. He
for
got
me.
to
That's
have
crazy.
some serious knees, man.
The whole show, his dances, they all on skates. Can you just imagine that?
No, no, because I can't. I'm scared to get on skates. I used to kind of know how to skate back in the day,
Yeah, yeah.
but I took a fall
Hmm.
in my late 20s, and that was it for me.
That was it for you.
That was bro. I went 28 years without breaking a bone, and my old butt got on them skates, and I
Hmm.
don't know how I slid,
Oh,
but
I
I
remember that.
slid and I broke my arm, and that was
I
it for me.
remember that. I remember you was
Yeah,
down for a little minute. I
I was
remember
down,
that.
bro.
Yeah,
I
I
ain't
remember
got
that.
my arm ain't been right since.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah,
Well,
I don't do the skates no more.
Usher Raymond was a good time, man. It was a good time, y'all. I enjoyed that. Everybody on Facebook enjoyed it. I was looking at everybody comments. People enjoyed the cherries moment.
Bro, let me ask you this: would you get mad if your wife let Usher put cherries in her mouth?
Would I get mad?
It's your face.
Hey, is water wet?
Is Jesus Lord?
Is Jesus Lord? Is 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 pig pork? Like what are we talking about here? Would I get mad?
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious.
Man. Listen, the funny part is, for me, just watching this show, the man walking around with a jar full of cherries,
Hmm.
and he literally is passing them out, and these women are going ape shit
Hmm.
with these
Trying to show
cherries.
they they what can I say? Their skills.
Yes,
Yeah.
showing their skills, and
Yeah.
some of them be there with their dudes. Like we go, you
Ain't no
know.
way in the world I'll be there with my dude doing that. No
No,
way.
hey, listen, listen,
I wouldn't
listen,
do it without him, but I definitely
listen.
ain't doing it if he there.
I'll even say this. I'm not there. I would expect you not to do it. I'll just say
Hmm.
that. I would expect you
Hmm.
not to do it. But if you
Hmm.
do it, I happen to see it or find out. It's gonna be some smoke in the city. But
It's gonna be some smoking city.
ain't no way in the hell you gonna do it in my face while I'm there.
Oh
Nah,
no.
bro. Nah,
Oh no, I
bro.
ain't even gonna play like that. But it seemed like
Nah.
now I seen some of the things where it seemed like he's encouraging the like if your guys there with you, like he get a church to the guy for the ladies to do it. Like.
Yeah, yeah. But when them shits in Vegas though, he wasn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was going up to these chicks. It was
He a
Usher.
home wrecker, so
He has to, and he diabolical, as the
some
kids
ladies
say.
though, bro. It's like you can't be that stupid though. Like I feel like if you do that, then you will definitely go. It's
I
just
mean, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you'll go. You'll go. Like that's just like you if you're doing that and I don't know. That's just maybe I'm a little old fashioned in that area. Like I'm all having fun, but if you single, it's all good. But if you're not single, you shouldn't be.
You shouldn't be doing
You
that.
know, I know it's
You should.
Usher, but you still got to go home to your man.
You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. And women, this is what I call it. You shouldn't be with your head tilted back in the baby bird position, waiting, waiting for. No, you should not do that, ladies. If you got a
Uh,
man, no, no, no.
yeah.
Don't be
No,
like
I
that.
wouldn't.
Don't be like
I
that.
wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't advise it.
But man, them women, and I saw the aunties. They was really going crazy.
Oh yeah, they was ready, bro.
Auntie them was
They want they
ready.
want they want that action.
That's that's probably the most action they done had in about 12 years. Auntie them was
You
ready.
stupid.
They was ready, Jack.
Oh, it was a girl. It was a girl. She had a shirt that had like cherries on it. To get his
Uh,
attention. Yeah, she
see,
was. Yeah. So these ladies came ready.
came with a game plan, didn't they?
Mhm. Yep, and it worked.
They did work. Oh, rest in peace to Quincy Jones, man. Quincy
Yes.
Jones,
Yes. Rest in peace, Quincy Jones.
one of the greatest producers, composers,
Mhm.
music in the history of music.
Mhm. Yeah.
91 years old.
Did you ever watch his documentary on
I
Netflix?
did. I did.
It was good.
It
It was
was
good.
good. It was
Quincy,
good.
he like those old people, bro. When I was watching that, when they get to that stage where they don't care what the hell they say, like he was just saying anything. Like
I
that's
believe
that's
him
what-
too.
I believe him too. I mean, he's seen a
I
lot
believe him.
during that, during his years in. He started so young. Cause I'm thinking like, dang, Quincy been around music for a long time, but he was like 14, 15, when he started. So,
He had no
you know,
reason to lie, did
and
he?
from Chicago too.
He from right.
That's
He
that's
from Chicago,
that's all
South
I got.
Side,
He's from
from the
Chicago.
South
Yep.
Side. What else? I know everybody. Everybody like our age, maybe up a little bit more. We all know him from his affiliation with Michael Jackson,
Mhm.
he has done so much with other people throughout the
Mhm.
years. I
Mhm.
I still remember the album he had, Q's Juke Joint. That's when I
Yes.
first found out who Tamia was.
Bro, we
Um,
was kids and
we
listened
was
to that. That's
kids.
crazy.
Yeah, we was kids.
We
We
didn't
was
even know,
kids.
like, I mean, that we had the luxury of like listening to like good quality music, and even though we was young, Huge Juke Joint, that was good. And
That's good.
we probably started listening to it because Tomorrow was on there, I think. But when you listen to it, like you said, to me, it was on there.
Yep.
It was a good album for someone who was older, but he produced a solid album.
He produced a great album, and then obviously my favorite joint on there is Secret Garden. Is that the name of it?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
and I
Yeah.
just as a young shorty, I'm singing
Another
my
song
heart out.
we was too young not to be too young
I
to be
don't know
listening
what they
to.
talking about, but it sounded so damn good. So,
Yeah,
but you know what I mean?
yeah.
Quincy Jones. That was just he was the man. What else? What else? What else Quincy do over the years? I know he did
Separate
some.
son.
Yep, sure did.
Dun, dun,
Yep,
dun.
sure did. Man,
Yeah.
Quincy, man, ain't no telling what he knows or what he knew. I know he passed away. I was hoping before he passed away he would have did like another like tell all book or something because
He
I
might have,
know
it might not have been out yet.
I know Quincy knows a lot.
Oh yeah. He got a lot
He
of
been
secrets.
he been around a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know he know a lot in Hollywood and in the music business.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He got top secrets.
Yeah, he got top secrets. The last thing I saw about Quincy Jones was that. Did you ever watch that
That's what
documentary?
I was trying to see. He to make sure I thought he composed the Austin Power song.
Yes, yes,
Dun, dun,
yep,
dun,
he
dun.
sure did.
That was
I wonder how many
a
people
great
know that. I wonder
song.
how many people know that, man.
Yeah, he did the Austin Powers theme song. Yeah.
And he did. Did you ever watch that doc about the greatest night in music history? And it was the night that they made "We Are the World."
Oh yeah, yeah. That was real good. That was real
When I
good.
saw that doc, and basically Quincy Jones was like really, really like the general manager, the dude who
Yes.
put it all together.
Yes.
Got
Yes.
all those people in one room together.
Yes.
A lot of people who didn't like each other, a lot of
Mhm.
people who had never met each other,
Mhm.
different genres of music, all in one room. And he only had one shot to do this
Yeah.
in one night.
That day for the awards. That was a good
Yeah,
doc too.
that
Yeah.
was a real good doc. So
Yeah.
but
I was telling
that's
everybody watch this
yeah,
on Netflix too, y'all.
yeah, it's on Netflix. Make sure y'all check that out too. But
Could
yeah,
could you think they can make a song like that now in 2024
nah,
with all the big artists now? Do you think they can do songs like that now?
I don't think so. I don't even. First of all, when you watch that doc, it won't even have the same impact, Tease. Like when you watch the doc and saw how they put it together and the impact, like when people find out, oh, this is what we doing it for. Like
Mhm.
people drop whatever they had to do and come do it, and just the whole thing. No, I don't think we'll get nothing like that. I don't.
Yeah,
I just don't.
yeah, yeah. They
I
say
don't.
he had a sign that said "Leave your egos at the door."
He did. Leave your Eagles at the door. Like it was. That's the type of stuff. Like when you a coach and you know you got this all star team, like 1 through 12 are like all stars. You could put any group out there at the same time and they're gonna be good. That's how he was. That's why he was like, leave
Mhm.
y'all egos here because we trying to do something great. And that's really
Yeah,
what basically what he put together. And I still watch. I seen that doc like 3 times. That's how good I thought it was.
yeah. It was really good. It was really good.
Good old
Definitely,
Lionel
definitely.
Richie.
Y'all ain't watched that? Check that out.
Yeah, watch that. Check that out, y'all. But yeah, so rest in peace to Quincy Jones, man. Um, we getting older, T. All the
Man,
legends, they
yes,
starting to
yeah.
leave, man. They starting to leave.
That's wild.
What else? Did you watch the Megan the Stallion documentary?
I did. You know, look. You know, Meg, my girl. I, I,
Who?
I, uh, I, I, I'm jealous. I'm not jealous of her. I love her because I wish I had her knees.
Yes,
I
I
wish I had
understand.
her tight knees, but no, I like. I think Meg is a good rapper. You know, like
She is.
despite her twerking and all that, at the end of the day, she, you know, you can't. She do her thing. So,
She is a
um,
good rapper. That for
but
sure.
I watched it and man, it's a tearjerker to me for some people. I knew a lot of the stuff, but the way they put it together, like she's basically it's basically people who didn't watch it, they assume that it's just about the Tory case, but it really started from her from the beginning. So you get to see when
Hmm.
she first started, you get
Hmm.
to see when her mom was managing her and the
Hmm.
impact that she had on her and how she was really, you know, how much impact she played and how she is as an artist, you know, and how she critiqued her and how she prepared her to go on stage and
Had her
how she
ready, man.
depended on her mother. And
Yes.
then as soon as she got to so she caught some steam, her mom passed away.
Hmm.
And so that was really, really tough. You know, so she had already lost her dad when she
Yep.
was younger. So
Yep.
you got a 23-year-old woman, 23, 24-year-old woman at the, you know, just with her career kicking off to a high point and she's basically out here parentless, you
Yep.
know. And so this was
Trying to manage her
happened a
life and
year
career.
before, huh?
Trying to manage her life and career.
Trying to manage her life and career
Hmm.
as a young woman in the industry. And this is a year before the situation with Tori. So
Yes.
it leads to all that. And I think that's important as context because, you know, she was drinking a lot then. She said she was drinking,
Hmm.
having sex.
Hmm.
And that was like a coping thing for her, you know. Even though she's like, you know, I like to have sex, but I know I
Meg let
mean,
us know that shit. She let us know.
I ain't mad at her, you know, but you
We
know, when
know
you
that
are
Meg.
when you grieve it, people take it differently, you know what I'm saying? And she
Yeah.
was drinking a lot. And
Yeah.
made some, you know, that led to some wild nights that led to the night of her shooting, which is unfortunate. But I'll say this, it was disappointing. I remember even outside of the video, bro. I remember during that time seeing so many people on the internet being mean,
Hmm.
like and
Hmm.
just like I think
It was
people think
rough.
that they can that celebrities because they're celebrities, you can say anything to them, and that
Yeah.
you know that we have some kind of entitlement to be mean to them because they celebrities, they can take it, you know, and
Yeah. Yeah.
you know we don't act like they're human, and so you know people were really like I guess I've never been a Tory Lanez fan like that.
I'm not
So
either, so I've never been
I didn't
either.
know that people loved him like that. So when people was talking about free Tory, I'm like,
Hmm.
why are we saying free Tory if he shot her? And it but the thing was, she wasn't even pressing charges on him. Like
No,
the state
no,
picked it up
no.
because she said she stepped on glass. So she lied
Right,
about it.
right.
And the doctor was like, "Ma'am, you got bullet fragments in your foot."
Hmm.
And when if you're at the hospital and they examine you, they have to report that a shooting.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, that's how
They
come
obligated. Hmm.
they obligated. So that's how come they all got called in, and that's how come, her friend and Tori got, you know, um, arrested. Though not well, Tori got arrested. I think the friend she just had to go in for questioning, but
Yep.
they all were put in in questioning during that time. And Tori, I think he I don't know if he's a felon or not, but I guess so because he was supposed to have a gun,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
jammed him up was he wasn't gonna have a gun, and so it's just surprising, bro, that even after the audio call of him calling that girl Kelsey and him saying like, "Man, I would have never did that if I wasn't drunk," and I mean, he essentially admitted to being wilding out, and people heard that and still are like blaming Meg for him being in jail and like excusing the fact and saying, "Oh, well, he was just screwing both of them and they got into an argument." I don't care if he got into an argument. He still shot. He still shot somebody.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
So
he
whether or not
did.
it's fragment, whether or not he shot at her and it ricocheted on her foot, whatever. You shot your weapon towards somebody, which is stupid.
Very stupid.
And I don't. Why should we feel sorry for that? And I felt bad for her because like I said, this happened a year before. This happened a year after her mom died. There's a lot going on, and then so
Hmm.
it was like a blow after blow after blow, you know.
Hmm.
And I can't imagine like navigating through all that without my parents and then somebody that's one of your best friends. Y'all fall out. It's a lot. I felt bad for her. I did. That's a lot to navigate as a young woman by yourself in your 20s.
It was a. I enjoyed the doc. I'm gonna be like real honest. I really didn't give a care about the whole. She lied about having sex with him. The whole
Me
Meg. I
neither.
mean the Tory Lanez thing. All I didn't really care about that. For me, I wanted to see the doc because I just wanted to see like what she's gonna talk about. I want to see her when she's not rapping. Like I just want to see who she is when she ain't making music. And the whole thing about her mom, I didn't know she was going through a depression. I didn't know that. I knew there was rumors of her drinking because people, with the whole social media, people be saying stuff, whatever. But I just thought, that whole driving the boat thing. I just thought that was just her thing. Everybody started doing
Mhm.
it, driving the boat. But again, she was going through that period where she had just lost her mom, so she was medicating herself
Mhm.
in so many words with
Mhm.
the alcohol and yeah, she said she liked having sex, but like me and my wife was watching it, we was like, well, she's in her 20s. What female that's
Right.
single in their 20s don't like having sex? You know what I
Right.
mean? Unless you just don't want to have sex with random people. I'm not saying she's having sex with random people. I'm just saying she's in her 20s. That's what people do in their 20s. I mean,
Right.
so
It's like,
it.
why are we acting like we ain't never lied on I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a couple people on my belt. You ask me, no, I didn't. Prove it. I'm
Hey,
just gonna be I'm gonna
hey,
keep it real.
no, no,
Prove it.
no, no.
I didn't. In my mind, I didn't. It didn't happen, and
Tease, you
you
can't
can't
give
make
you
me. Yes, I can. I can, and I will.
tease. You gotta wear them bodies, man. Whether it's one or two, on your
Body's
bodies,
dead,
on your bodies.
brother. Body's in the closet. Okay, dead, never to come out. And if it came out, prove it.
Oh, you gonna be like that, huh? Prove it, huh?
Prove it. Prove
Oh
it.
my
Prove
God.
it, my
See,
guy. No, I did it. No, I'm
she
like,
gonna say, "Prove it, my
no,
guy."
and I did not. Like, what are you saying, bro? Come on now. Guys in lie all the time about people that they didn't pop. you know.
No,
So
I'm
people,
not gonna lie.
bro, I'm okay. You might not lie about. I'm saying like this: people have lied about sexual situations. Period. You could think about when you're in your 20s and you could have a girl and then another girl catch you up. You might lie and say, "No, I ain't have sex with her." That's a
Oh,
lie.
that's different. That's different.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's different.
I'm saying
That's
you
different.
people lie
Yeah,
for different reasons,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
think she lied for her reason of she didn't want it to come out. Like the whole situation of her and her friend doing it to the same guy. It's not. It's to some people. It's a bad look. But her and her friend might move like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's their business. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, I knew
and
he
I
was. I
and I
knew he
think at
was
the time
smacking
she
her.
was dating Party too. So I
She
think,
was. She was. She was.
yeah, I
Because
don't think
remember,
she
he
wanted to
said
come
it.
out.
He said, remember, he came out. He said that's why he was so hurt.
Yeah.
Because he was. He said he asked her, and she was like,
Yeah.
"Nah."
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
said he was
So
hurt.
I bet. Yeah.
But that was a good doc. It's on Prime, Amazon Prime. Everybody want to check it out. It's Meg Thee Stallion in her own words. It's real. She gets some real deep emotional moments. She gets real vulnerable. It's a real good doc. Um, I'm sure Rock Nation put her up to it to do this and release it. Because again, she didn't have to go down memory lane again. Because she's talked about this situation before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Maybe not as in depth as she did in the doc, but everybody was making a big stink out of it because she called Gail King a bitch. I, I thought that was funny because
It
Meg
was
Country,
somebody.
she from Houston,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you hear that accent come out when she get fired
Mm-hmm.
up. So it was funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
But Gail had a great response.
She
She
did.
was she had a real great response.
I like that. She didn't. She did. I think Gail knew that it was a question that kind of like. I think as a woman and as a young lady, she get it. Like we was talking about at that time, and it was a lot going on. And I
It
think
was.
Gail was doing her journalism stuff, but I think I think she understood that it was probably a question she wasn't prepared to answer.
She wasn't prepared to answer. She
She was
probably wasn't prepared
prepared
to
to
answer.
answer.
And
Yeah.
another thing is too, I believe in that Gail King interview. I believe her team, Megan's team, knew that it might come up, and I'm sure they prepped her about it, and I'm sure they told her it might come up. But at the same time, she might didn't want to admit to it and talk about that. She
I
probably
don't.
didn't want to do it at the time.
I don't think they really prepped her for it, bro. Because if you think about it, remember when Gail asked her, she was like, "Did I have sex with Tori?" Like she was surprised by it. It seemed like she wasn't expecting that question.
Well, she did a good job of playing it off because the whole world believed her. Well,
No, they didn't. When
well,
she
I
said
take it back.
when
I take it back. The whole world didn't believe her, but the whole world was like, "Oh, okay." I'll say that. I'll say that.
yeah, everybody when Gail asked her that because the way she responded, we was like, she did that shit.
A lot of females said no, she did it because a
They
lot.
was
I remember a lot of females saying that's the typical way a female will answer if they're trying to if they just don't want nobody to know. They'll say it like that. Who
yeah.
who James? No,
You know
I
what I'm
ain't going
saying?
after him. Yeah,
Everybody knew that she did it. I knew that I'm like, my thing was even at that time, I was like, even if she did something with him. That they had some kind of it wasn't just like what she was saying when she was like we was cool and all that. But I'm like, I remember during COVID they was in the hot tub together and doing stuff. So I'm like, which
they
makes
was
me
doing
seem
that.
to
What
I'm
was
trying
that
to
thing
figure
Tori
out.
had? What was that thing Tori had during COVID when he would come on
I don't
and
remember, bro.
but you remember it was he would go Instagram live and he'd come
Mm-hmm.
on. I forget, but
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I first seen him with Meg,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait a minute, they real chummy. They all
Mm-hmm.
hugged up
Mm-hmm.
and it's COVID. They supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
separate houses. They together. I was like, what?
Right. Which I think her friend was lying about, acting like she didn't know that him and Meg had something going on. I'm like, I feel like you wouldn't even know him without Meg. So how I don't understand how she really backdoored you. You know what I'm saying? Or did you really was y'all just on some we both screwing them? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. There's
I
some
don't
weirdness
know.
going around that girl. I don't know.
It's something with Kelsey. I don't know
Yeah,
what
some
it
she
is.
got
It's
some lie on her.
something. I feel like she had. Yeah, I feel like she hiding something.
Yeah, some don't
Um,
seem right about her
Some don't
story.
seem it's something. It's something with her. But
Yeah.
that was her best friend. They was best friends according to Meg.
That's why I said they probably was some people just roll like that. Some girls is just like, it's enough dudes in there. I don't want to screw somebody my girl with. But some girls don't care. So and I feel like there was some girls that didn't care.
Could have been. They from
Until
Houston, baby.
until until they cared.
Until they did.
Yeah.
Tory didn't care. He was hitting both of them. He didn't care.
Exactly. He was swinging that thing.
I ain't know that.
Swinging that thing line.
I ain't know that man name was Daystar. Boy, when I found out
Daystar
that's
is
his name,
wow.
that took me out. I'm like, this dude, this little motherfucker, his name Daystar?
That's a name. That's a name for you.
Boy, Daystar. Boy, I tell you.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good doc. Everybody check that out. Let's see what else. Oh, Drake, Drizzy. It's been a tough year from
BBL
light
Drizzy,
skinned brother.
BBL Drizzy.
So he was at a Toronto Raptors game. They were playing the Sacramento Kings. Um, it was also Vince Carter's jersey retirement night. Um, Obviously, DeMar
Shout
DeRozan
out
is
to
back in
Insanity.
Toronto. Shout out to Vince Sandy,
Half man, half
uh,
amazing.
Hall of Famer now. DeMar DeRozan, the Kings were in town. Drake was sitting on the sideline, courtside, and he was mean mugging DeMar during the game, which I thought
Like what's the guy? What was the name on Above the Rim, bro?
it was Tupac was Birdie.
Right.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah.
the dude with the gun was my man Wood Harris. He played him. I forgot
Yeah.
what his name was, but yeah. So that's how Drake. That's
Yeah.
how Drake was looking at Demar the whole game, and I was sitting there when the video started popping up on Twitter or or X. I started looking at it. And I'm like, what is Drake on? Like, is he really on this with Demar? Like, is he really like this?
Oh,
And then he don't like wait till Jamar looks at him and anything. He
look
wants to
away.
say, yeah, he wants to look away and then say, I'm like, Drake, come on, man.
You
I'm
got to
like, come
relax.
on.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. Like it for a dude for Drake to be this upset the way he is, I think it's funny,
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. It's hilarious to me because I like Drake. You're not scaring anybody. Like you're not tough.
No, man, no, no.
You're
Stop it.
not like this energy you're trying to give on the sideline is not working. It's
It's
like
not
it's
working.
it's 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 you like a clown. You like a lame. It is like the only thing you're doing by acting like this is just like you're proving Kendrick right. You're proving him right. Like you're proving him right. And I can
Beige
understand
rage.
it's definitely beige rage, bro. Like I can understand being upset because that was your man's
hmm
and y'all was cool and you felt like he chose a side, but you know, um it's a rumor that Drake's not a good friend. So
Yep.
we don't know if him and DeMar had some situations that caused them not to be friends, before
hmm
that and but also too, if Kendrick is somebody that DeMar has known longer, and this is a Compton song, like or a California song. He don't. I can't. He's probably California to his heart. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Toronto mean a lot to him, but he probably California, and so I think it was the moment that he didn't want to pass up. And I'm not mad at
He
him for
didn't.
doing it. I get it. I don't. I think like people focus on saying the part of the song where he said certified pedophile. I don't think like I don't even think people really focus on that part. That's just me personally. I didn't even realize he was talking about him being a pedophile like that. So people start talking about it. When I was hearing they not like us, like it's it's just like a kind of paying homage to Cali, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And was, saying they don't like us, like just black people, and like culture wise, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I think people like about it. But I know I could be wrong. That's when I hear it, I think about, just black culture and how we different from everybody and how they not like us, you know what I'm saying? So I think it could have multiple meanings, you know what I'm saying? And I can understand, why Drake is mad, but he started it. So
What? Yeah. It's just,
you poke the bear and
but
hey,
seeing him courtside,
you crashing out, bro.
crashing out on
Yeah.
courtside over DeMar DeRozan. Then the TV guys, they get Drake on the air and they ask him about
That was the
DeMar.
funny part. Yeah.
He goes, "Well, as long as I'm here, that jersey will never be up there. And if it
Who are
does,
you?
he's like, if it does, I'm gonna go up there and take it down." I'm like,
Sir.
I'm,
This is
I'm laughing. I'm laughing when I hear this. I'm like, dude, you really in your feelings about this?
oh my I again. He's just proven Kendrick right. It's unfortunate, like it's unfortunate to see Drake act like this because it's like crazy because every time he talks, it's just like I be hearing like this you're not who you acting like, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. You're
And,
not
and,
that,
and
bro.
it's unfortunate that Drake didn't know that people who was around him was being his friends. They're your friends because you're hot,
You're hot. Yep.
and it's unfortunate you didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't know what to tell you.
Like Kendrick said, say Drake.
Yeah, that's
That song's still funny to me, man. That
do you
song
think
is
they're gonna
still
play that at the
funny.
Super Bowl, bro?
I don't think so. I still don't believe they're gonna play it. I don't. I don't. I do not believe he's gonna perform that song. I just don't. I don't.
If
I don't.
I, you know what, I think he gonna perform it, but they're not gonna do the pedophile part.
Okay.
I think it might be a snippet of it. Like they might play dun dun dun, dun and they may like do a little bit of they not like us, but I don't think they're gonna do like sort of like what. I don't think they gonna.
Something
I
like
don't
that.
think. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do certain play. I don't think they're gonna say certified pedophile. Like I don't know, but they may be gracious. I mean, because really, the truth of the matter is, he's going to the Super Bowl off that song. So how could he not perform
Yeah.
it?
I mean, if I don't listen, what I mean about not performing, I believe that it's going to be a snippet play, and they may have people
Hmm.
dance to it. He may have
Yeah,
like his little dancers come out and do some type of routine to it. But I don't
yeah.
think he's going to perform it to the level like he performed it when he had that little his concert.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
I don't
think he's
think he's
going
gonna
to
do
do
that at
that.
all. You know what I'm
I
saying? I
don't
don't
think he's
think
going to do that.
I don't think he's going to perform the whole song, but I think we'll hear a little bit of it just because, like I said, I mean, the momentum for that song is basically what got him to Super Bowl because
Hmm.
that song was like hot for like 3
The
months.
hottest song in the country. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and like how I said, I think it took on a whole different meaning than just the jab at Drake. But if you're Drake, I can see why it's annoying. So
yeah. He call that man a
to be him.
colonizer. God, he call him a colonizer, man. God damn, man.
Bro, but it's crazy because when Drake be talking now and he be sounding so proper, and I be like, dang man, I wouldn't even be looking at Drake like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I blame Kendrick for I be looking at him like this slave it. Like you're
I can
like
see, but I can see Kendrick being on that. Like, man, nobody really like you like that, man.
because Kendrick ain't never liked them. So
That's what I'm
he might
saying.
he might have knew something that I think Kendrick is somebody who, you know, being, I guess you could call him kind of a semi conscious rapper in that sense, and he being around them, he probably really do believe like you're not a part of the culture. Like you're a Canadian guy who came here and you got hot and you got all the popular songs, but you're not from the hood. You're not
Hmm.
from where we
Hmm.
come from and you cosplaying. You know what I'm saying? So I can, you know, I get
He
it.
said, he said, Change told you to come to the A to get street cred. He lied. I was like, oh God! Like
Oh
you listen to
wow.
that song, when you listen to that song, you like, damn, Kendrick, you
Yeah.
really had this. You couldn't wait to say this. You could tell he had this shit ready,
Yeah. That's why I
ready
was
to
like
say.
his 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 little mini jabs that he had I don't think he had really no real beef with Cole. Like he just said like he said the bare minimum to Cole in one response. He it was just he wanted Drake up out of here. he was waiting he's
Yeah,
waiting for opportunity. Like I feel like he baited him into that. Like I feel like he
yeah.
baited I think he said that as a bait and Drake fell into it and Kendrick was ready I mean, like you said, bro, he was waiting for this. He was
He was
waiting
waiting for
for
it.
it,
He was
wait for
waiting
that
for it.
moment. And I don't think Drake was ready for it. Like I think he thought like Kendrick ain't putting no music out and like I got time and Drake was I mean, Kendrick had all this he had him in the clip.
That's why I wonder, when this new Kendrick album that's coming out, because I know he got new music.
Oh
He
yeah,
gonna
he gonna put something
he
out for
gonna
the
drop.
around the time of the Super Bowl.
I just wonder if this album is gonna have any more shots for Drake on there. Like I just wonder. Like now, I'm not even a Kendrick fan like that. And
Me
people who know
neither.
me,
Me
I'm
neither.
not a Kendrick fan like that. I don't think he trash, but I'm just not. He just not, he don't do it for me.
Artsy. It's a little too artsy for me.
He can rap his ass off.
For
He
sure.
can rap, but I'm just not that fan. So, but this album, I'm probably just gonna listen to it just to see if he gonna throw some more shots at
Yeah.
the boy wonder from Toronto. So I
The
mean,
boy wonder. Poor
that's what I
Drake.
want to see. That's what I want to see, man. But yeah, DeMar DeRozan, hey, they gonna retire your jersey in Toronto. The hell with Drake.
It's happening.
Yes, it's happening. When DeMar goes to
Mhm.
the Hall of Fame, he goes to the Hall of Fame. He gonna be known as a Toronto rapper. I mean,
Yeah.
Toronto Raptors player because he was in there. So
Yeah.
Drake just got to get out his feelings. Maybe he will one day. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Light skinned dudes tend to heal slowly. Uh,
He's stupid.
um, so, Tease, we have a new president,
A new old
a
president.
new old president. We can put it like that. A new old president. For those of you, I don't know if you're under a rock. Tuesday was election day. Hopefully, you all voted. Um, you did your civic duty in this country. Um, Election was on Tuesday. I stayed up all night watching CNN, MSNBC, Fox News Tuesday night, watching different coverages. We have a new president, new slash old president, if you want to say. Donald Trump defeated Kamala Harris to be the commander in chief. Um, it wasn't close, like I had originally thought it could be or would be. Um, I will say this personally, I'm upset at the outcome in terms of who I wanted to win. I respect the process. I respect the whole voting process. I respect the right to vote. I'm just upset with the outcome because I wanted uh, Vice President Harris to win. Um, I do want to say that I feel like this time around, when Donald Trump's second term, I think he could do more damage and could create more chaos than he did his first term because now I feel like now he knows how the government works. I feel like now he's going to have not only a House full of Republicans, Senate full of Republicans, and more importantly, the Supreme Court is Republican. So now I feel like now he has all the power to do stuff, to get stuff passed that may be detrimental to a lot of Americans that don't look like him. Um, I don't know, Tease, what this these 4 years gonna look like um, under him now. I know he said a lot about what he's gonna do with Ukraine. He said a lot what he's gonna do about the economy. He said what he's gonna do about uh, inflation. Uh, he's talked a lot. He said what he's gonna do on day one with mass deportation on day one. Um, we don't know how that's gonna look. I have a vision in my mind when I think of mass deportation. I have a vision in my mind what it might look like, and I hope that's not the case. I don't want to see concentration camps in major cities holding people in
Well,
cages.
he did it before, kind of. So,
I don't want to see it, but I mean, I'm not going to speak that into existence. But um, I don't know, Tease. People have their feelings about Donald Trump. People have their feelings about Kamala Harris. I think for me, I don't have problems with Republicans. I don't,
mhm.
because obviously I understand your political view different than mine, which is okay. And 9 times out of 10, if you really sit down and talk to a Republican, we're probably going to meet somewhere in the middle anyway when it comes to what we believe. We just have different ways of getting to what we believe. Um, I just have a problem with people who support the MAGA ideals. That's what I don't like.
Mhm.
And that's what I can't be. I don't know if I can be your friend. I don't even know if I want to talk to you if you believe in those ideals from the MAGA movement. Because the MAGA movement, to me, from everything I've seen, is that the Make America Great Again means to push America back to the 1950s and 60s when people's rights were taken away because of how they looked or if they had breasts.
Mhm.
So for me, that's why I really can't get down with the ideology. But I got a lot more to say. But what you think about the election? How do you feel about it?
Um, bro, I told you we had it in our group chat with our friends.
Yeah.
You know, I never thought that the country was gonna vote a woman into office. Like,
Hmm.
I didn't. I if Hillary, a white woman, couldn't win, if white women didn't support a white woman,
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see white women supporting, a black woman or Southeast Asian woman, whatever you want to call it.
uh,
Racially ambiguous woman. You like, like
I like
whatever
that.
it
I
was,
like that. I like that.
they weren't going to support her.
Hmm.
So I didn't think that she would get the support. I didn't think she was going to win because when Kamala was running on her own, like she wasn't nobody liked her for whatever reason.
True.
And I think because she was a prosecutor and the stigma that prosecutors have, you know what I'm saying? So I think that that's something that followed her through her ambition to be, president, even before she became vice president. Um and I think, the Democrats, you know, I'm not mad at Kamala because she was thrown in there at the last minute. But the Democrats and Republicans, because like you said, to me, Republicans and MAGA are two different people.
Hmm.
I have no problem with Republicans and Republican ideals because I agree with some things. Like you said, generally how we used to be with Republicans and Democrats, it's the we understand taxes, we understand we gotta do that. How much we, take out and how we allocate it, that's where our differences are. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I can deal
Hmm.
with, we can deal with that. And some conservative views, around things, you know what I'm saying? That's what we can get past that. But the MAGA movement is nothing but, like you said, attempt to go back in time where white is supreme and to maintain the white power structure. Because the truth of the matter is, you know, uh number wise, population wise, white people are becoming the minority.
Yeah.
Um, and this is an attempt to do that because it's an attempt to put a stop to that and for them to maintain the privilege they have in this country. So I have a problem with MAGA and people that align with that. And I, for the life of me, will never understand a black person that aligns with that.
Hmm.
You know, aligning with Republicans, that's a it's a political idea. But aligning with people that don't even care about you, and literally think of you as a second class citizen, it's mind-boggling to me. You know,
Hmm.
the amount of people that came out with MAGA hats afterwards, black people,
Oh man.
weird, weird to me.
Oh
It's a weird
man.
energy. It's a weird,
Man.
and you know what I noticed, bro? This is just my personal belief, and you know this already. Like a lot of the black people that I see, a lot of people that I see aligned with the MAGA movement, a lot of them are poor white people, um, that just all they have is white privilege. You know what I'm saying?
White
And so
privilege. White
that
privilege.
they don't make no much more money than us. They probably worse off than us
Yeah.
financially, but you know they can hang on to white power. You know what I'm saying? In the position of being white in this country, and so I see that group. I see the black people that I see with them. It's instead of uh as Dr. Umar might call them bourgeoisie, the bourgeoisie class of black
The
people that
bourgeoisie.
have made some money and
Yeah.
they think they're in this elite class that they just align themselves with this European thoughts of thinking
Yeah.
of how money is. They're typically not people who are in fields or work that are they usually are self-serving. I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because it's about how much money I make, how much money you don't have, how lazy you are, how much money we got over here, and it's an attitude that's not about community. You know what I'm saying? And how
Agreed.
the collective works.
Hmm.
Um, and then you got these fake people that try to say that they didn't vote for Kamala because of abortion or because of gay stuff and gay rights and because it's a sin. And I'm saying you guys can't pick which sin you want to talk about.
Hmm.
You can lay on the gay card because you don't agree with it. You can lay
Hmm.
on abortion because you don't agree with it. But how many times, how many have you had in your mouth?
Mm.
Unmarried.
Mm.
How many
Mm.
women have you been in unmarried? And you worrying about an abortion? I mean, sin is a sin. How many lies have you told?
True.
How much money have you stolen? You know
True.
what I'm saying? Like, we can't pick and choose what kind of Christian we want to be and you know, that's not your job as a Christian. Your job as a Christian, the greatest commandment that God left us with is to love. And so if you're allowing someone who hates, that's clownish to me. It's a
Yes.
clownish to me to be like,
Yes.
and to really think as a Christian that your spirit align with somebody like that. I'm questioning your Christianity then. Do you even
Yeah.
know Christ? Because that's not how he operated. That's not how he
Hmm.
moved. And so that's just my observation of what I've seen about the it just reveals people, like you said, bro. It reveals people. I think for me and black people, most of us, bro, we don't when the powers change, most of us be fine. The working class black people be fine because we already live like right here. We live a certain way. We ain't too high, we ain't too low. And for me, I don't live my life governed by what the government says anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not how I operate anyway. You know what I'm saying? And so I know for me personally on a spiritual level, I'm going to be fine either way.
Hmm.
Whether or not I have high taxes or low taxes, the taxes got to be paid and God is always taking care of me. And he's gonna continue to do that. So I'm not gonna get too high and too low. I don't put my trust in politicians. They're gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna lie to and they're gonna pander to whoever they want to vote for them. So it don't get me upset in no more, bro. Cause I'm like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I think black people as a whole, we're gonna be all right because we already operate in a way that you know is we don't really trust government like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like
Throughout the history of the
throughout here, you know
people.
what I'm saying? We don't really trust like that. Now people who
Mm,
depend on government assistance, you might feel differently, but those of us who just work, we gonna be fine. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
we'll
yeah,
we'll figure it out. But I think people should be educated. They should educate themselves. Um and stop repeating stuff, talking points. You know what I'm saying? And realize, like you said, the power is three branches of government. And we got three branches because we learned this in eighth grade. We learned it in high
mhm,
school. It's for checks
mhm,
and balances. So if the checks
mhm,
and balances, if you got the executive branch, legislative branch, judicial branch, if you thought that Roe versus Wade and you think that was nothing, it's part of a bigger plan to take away your rights.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you can't say like you think because it's not like women reproductive right. It's not a big deal. It's a big deal to women who are affected by it, but it's a bigger deal because this is one part of a bigger plan to roll back your rights. Period.
mhm,
So if you
mhm,
don't see that because you think, well, I never had an abortion, I don't believe in abortion, don't part of me. Okay, but when things like dismantling the board of education takes place and your child
exactly,
has special needs
exactly,
and you depend on programs at your school for your door, then it's gonna hit your front door,
mhm,
right? Or you a parent, single mama, and you got to pay for Head Start, or it's no longer Head Start. Or if you at a school down south, which they do now, and you have nothing to look over what your kid is being taught, and they're just putting out books that say, black people weren't slaves, we were indentured servants, we
mhm,
were happy to
service,
be there.
mhm,
you know when that kind of stuff comes up, and I'm not saying the Department of Education is perfect and that it don't need to be overhauled, but we need things like that in place because to make sure it's a fairness of what it should be. You know what I'm saying? And they put out this stuff about if the school teaches critical race theory, and they're putting Black history under critical race theory, and as a way to scare people. Critical race theory, we talked about this a long time ago. That's a college course.
yeah, yeah,
That's a college course.
yep,
Learning about Rosa Parks, that's Black history.
the Black history,
That's
yep,
American history.
mhm,
And it should be taught. And so for the president to say, if they're teaching critical race theory, then they don't get funds sent to their school. Well, nobody in second grade is learning critical race theory.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying? If they're learning about the history
exactly,
of this country, but that's what again, what they're trying to do is eradicate and get rid of history. And Black people, the cost, but we should be teaching our child kids Black history. Anyway, yeah, we should, but y'all not though,
but they're not doing it.
because you don't even know it yourself.
Yep, that's
So
true. That's
it's a
true.
lot, bro. I could go on and on and on, but
I know
it's
it's a
disappointing.
lot.
It's
It's a lot.
disappointing.
It's a
It's
lot. And
disappointing.
my last thing I want to say about it, you know, the next day, Wednesday, I see people, people upset, people emotional, emotional, and I get it. Like, there's nothing wrong with being upset. Like, I was upset. But what I hate is for people to tell you how you should feel. I hate when
Mhm.
people were saying, you know, don't be so emotional about this. God has the last say. Like, Sister Barnes. I understand God has the. I understand that. I believe in God. I believe in
Mhm.
Jesus. I understand that. You're right. God does
Mhm.
have the last say, but it's okay to have human emotions. That we are allowed to
Absolutely.
feel upset about something that we felt strongly about.
Mhm.
Like telling somebody to get over it. Um, you shouldn't put your faith in man or president anyway. Yes, we know that as people who
Mhm.
believe in Christianity, we understand that very much.
Absolutely.
But in that moment, let us just deal with our emotions, just say how we feel. Like
Yeah.
I hate that people be so quick to like write your feelings off just because and And if you don't feel that way, oh, you less of a Christian because you like politics. No,
Right.
that's not
I'm a
the
citizen.
issue. I'm
I'm a
a
citizen. I
citizen.
live here.
Yeah, I live here.
You mean?
Right.
I should care about some things. Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Like,
Like
silly,
it's silly, man. And I don't know.
bro. Let me say
I'm
this
gonna
too.
mm,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be the first to say I'm not gonna support this president. Um, I, I'm not going to say I want ill will to happen to him, but I'm not going to support him, and I'm not going to support him from the things that I can control. So
Hmm.
um, I'm going to pay attention to what he tries to get passed, and I'm also going to pay attention to these senators and these congressmen in these states that allow stuff to get passed. Because that's where I'm at now with this. That's what I'm going to start doing now with these next 4 years. But like you said, something very, very important though. For Black people, we will endure. We will get through it. Because
Yeah,
you damn right, Tease, we always do.
we always do, bro. And Black people right now, as the collective, like, I don't know what we have to do, bro. I don't know who could be the leader. But we gotta come together. Like, this is a time for us to where, you know, most of us, and people can talk about the black men. The black men voted for Kamala. You know what I'm
They
saying?
did. They did.
They came out of numbers and voted for her. And so, if black people, if us as a whole voted, then we have to figure out together, like right now, put it long game. So we got 4 years to figure out our plan on what we want as black citizens and who we gonna put our support behind, whether you are Republican or whether you are Democrat. This is what we require. We got
Hmm.
14% of this country, 14% of this vote, and you need us to win. This is
Hmm.
what we gotta do. And we got to get back. I mean, the thing with Martin Luther King and all them marching and stuff, it wasn't just for fun. This was for us to get. They
It
were trying
was.
to gather
Yeah. Yeah.
support to get
Hmm.
laws changed. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so we got to get back to that, bro. We got to get back to that, and we can't be distracted by other people who not with us because we already know. As I forgot who said it, bro. We all we got.
We all we got.
We all we
We
got.
all we
This election
got.
showed us we all we got. You know what I'm saying? You can't depend on I hate to say it. Black and brown is not a thing.
No, that's over with for me.
It's
That
black and
personal
black.
people of color thing. No,
It's
just
people
say
that
black. Just say
people
black.
need to we can just put that to bed about the people of color thing because people of color, black people, we support everybody else, bro, because we have been disenfranchised in this country so bad for so long, and we don't want y'all to go through the same thing. So
Nope.
if you are a brown person in this country and we feel like you're being mistreated, we'll jump on the bandwagon and
Yeah,
be like, hey, we try to help out. But damn it, when it comes to us, it's not we don't they're not gonna do that for us.
they
And
ain't
it's been
showing the
proven
same love. They not showing the
and
same
time
love.
again, bro. So we gotta
Hmm.
stop. And
Yep.
it's not to be divisive. It's just to be like for us to go forward and to get the things that we need as a community. We gotta have to just bubble together and get in our own
Yep.
bubble and just figure out what we need. We have enough billionaires, enough millionaires, enough working class, enough of us pay into this system to where we can have a voice, and because we already know, like, the other women, some women, they have been under this European system for so long, like even the white women that, the patriotic system, they're true to it, even if it's against their own
Even
good.
against their own good. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, they are
even if it's
true
against
to
their
it.
own, they are true to it. And
They're
so
true to it.
I'm,
Yep.
I'm not like that. If you don't want me to have a voice, JD Vance, because I'm a single lady with a cat, I'm gonna tell you something right now. My taxes, I'm exempt.
Yeah.
I'm exempt.
Yeah.
I don't have a voice. Fine. Don't take my taxes out. Because if I'm paying into the system, oh, I got something to say.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna say something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
You can't. You can't.
they
Um.
this stuff it got to change.
Yep. And this for a ride. This next 4 years is gonna be a hell of a ride. I'm telling you right now. So.
I hope he
Um.
do. I don't want anything bad to happen because we gonna catch a stray. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And we, like I said, we have to live here. I don't like him. but I want, I hope the other voices that that do have some kind of conscience of community and believe in United States in a sense of unison. I hope
Mm-hmm.
those voices can get some stuff done despite Donald Trump and his ignorance.
That's ignorance.
So
And speaking of that, inauguration day is on Martin Luther King Day,
that's wow.
and that's going to be so wild. And Donald Trump is the type of goofy that will make a
Take
joke
credit for
or and take credit for it and will say, "Hey, this is a great day. Martin Luther King will be proud." Like he would
it.
say something. He would say something like that
He'll
on
be
that type
like,
of
"Oh, and Martin Luther King, and
yeah,
he's black, and he's
yeah.
black, and
You
if he
you
was
know
here,
you know he
he
was a
would see."
Republican. You know he was a
He's a
Republican,
Republican.
right? He you
He
know
would
he'll
love
do
it. He would love it here. My crowd, he would love this crowd. My crowd is probably bigger than his, but he would love it. He would love it. Like,
hey
he wants us to get that liquid gold. That liquid gold.
liquid gold, liquid
This
gold.
man is an idiot, man. This man was giving a
Oh
fake blowjob. This y'all
oh
president
man, that
giving a
that
fake blowjob to the
that
mic,
was
bro.
wild. That was wild.
I feel
Hey,
like black people on Martin Luther King Day, like, we need to do something collective to make our voices heard on that day.
I'm gonna I'm gonna say this.
We need to
If
call a
that
minister. We need to
if
call
that,
Minister Farrakhan on some real stuff. Like,
on
we
phone
need the
them
minister
we can
on
call a
on
minister.
them, bro. We need the minister to give us some direction for that day, because we need to, black people need to show up. Yeah.
Hey, if there's an earthquake on that Monday, I'm gonna tell you what that is. That's Martin Luther King rolling over in his grave.
Sick
That's
of
what
this.
that loud noise gonna be. I'm telling you, man. Cause wow, wow, wow. But you know what? Hey, everybody, we still got to go to work tomorrow. We still got to live
Yep.
our lives and try to
Yep.
move on. But again, he's the president of the United States. I didn't 2016. I didn't think he could win. He won. I knew he was gonna run again. I think he lost in 2020 because he was so pissed. He still didn't believe he lost that one. So now he's back in office. I'm so glad that he can't run anymore. I'm so glad about that because um, I don't know. I mean,
Can
this
you
is
imagine? Let's just Lord forbid. I know we getting ready to go, but imagine if something happened to Trump where he can't be president anymore, and JD Vance is
oh
president.
my. Listen,
He That guy is so creepy. It's
he
like
and he
he's a
crazy.
weirdo. He's crazy. He's a creep. And it's just like, can you imagine that person being like the president? Like,
No, no,
what?
no.
It's like, bro. I feel like we have been living since 2016. Like, we have been living in like this other world that's just like not real.
Feels
Like,
like it's not real, right?
I feel like it's like, what is this? This is not the real world. Like, we've had we've had pandemics, we've had
Yeah.
hurricane after hurricane, we've had crazy leadership. Like, you know what? What is this? Like, is it
Hey man,
Jesus? You coming?
hey, bring George Bush Jr. back. Bring him back. Damn it.
Listen,
Give me
I would
W.
take,
Give me W.
give me little Bush.
Give me
I'll take
W back.
little
Give me.
Bush any day. And I'll go ahead and take little Bush.
Oh
God,
my God, man. Well,
this is
hey,
this ain't real. Yeah.
whoo, man. Hey, it felt good to pod again. It felt good to be back, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
This we need to get this off the chest. This is episode
Yeah.
117. Make sure y'all subscribe to the pod, like, share it. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we're on YouTube. Make sure you follow the SOTSOT page on IG. We're gonna post some clips again, leave some comments. Let us know how you feel about the election. Let us know if you're disappointed. If you feel like it, let us know who you voted for. You know, it's a free country. Um, we love the dialogue on the page, so just let us know what you think.
Yeah.
We'll be back with another episode soon. Um, we do we do have something coming up on the 21st in the studio. Working on a guest to have them come through, That should be an interesting conversation. Tish, you got anything you want to say?
Um,
But I know it's been a minute.
you know what's crazy, bro? I was thinking about. I had something today. I said I was going. I can't believe I forgot it. I was at
Uh-oh.
work thinking about it, and I said, I knew you was gonna ask me this, and I said, I'm gonna say this when it's time when bro asked me if I got any shout
Uh-oh.
outs, and I can't
Uh-oh.
even remember. Dang, I think I wrote it down at work.
You
Dang, I'm
wrote it
so
down
mad.
at work? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but I don't have my work little notebook with me. But it was something silly, and I was like, when you asked me, do I got anything to say? I was gonna bust it out, and I can't
It
remember.
was something
Dang,
silly? Oh
it was
boy,
something silly.
oh boy, I wish I know what that is.
When I find out work, I'll save it for next week.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll be back, everybody, with another episode. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. We need
Yes.
you. It's November. That means the greatest day of the world is coming up.
Oh
Well, the national
gosh.
holiday is coming up within
Oh
17 more
gosh.
days. There's no need for me to say it right here, but just know the national holiday is coming up soon. So
Oh gosh.
um, we'll definitely have an episode before that great day for
We may
sure.
have to go to the
So
studio for that, bro. Do some,
yeah, love it.
get some
Hey,
cocktails in.
we might have to bring some friends of the pod to the studio.
Yes,
We'll
have a
do
little
that.
birthday party for you in the studio,
Yeah,
bro.
little studio pod. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
other than that, we'll be back soon with another episode. Make sure y'all be on the lookout for those clips.
Oh yeah. And we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.